Well, here it is, guys. Anthem is now upon us. So everybody that's pre-ordered the game had early access, and PlayStation 4 players, the 22nd is pretty much here. It's 21st now, and I'm here to review the game. Now, I've waited this long to review it because, well, I've been playing it for a while. I played it on pre-alpha, alpha, beta, early release, Origin Premier, you name it, EA Access. I've covered all the formats and felt I've put enough hours in now to give my perspective on the game and where it is. I'm quite a fan of this type of game. This is a GAS game, so it's a games as a service, and it's a loot shooter, so obviously heavy customization, etc. Having put hundreds of hours into Destiny, hundreds of hours into Division, even hundreds of hours into Fallout 76, and no one liked that, I thought, you know, this game had a lot to offer. I was, like I say, very eager to get hold of the game and pre-ordered it myself on, well, all the different formats to try out. Maybe we shouldn't jump to conclusions and pre-order things. Maybe we should wait to see what we are actually buying. Now, the reason I say that, as you can see from the image below there, the gameplay is very good. The actual gameplay. Shooting mechanics are very good. It's very smooth and fluid. Well, PC guys, if you're on a very high-end rig, or high-end rig I should say, you should be okay. Medium tier, no, it can be a bit of a stutterfest, especially after the so-called day one patch, which this is now running. So this patch was released on the 21st, and this is actually running that patch right now. It's okay for me, but a lot of players have had problems since that patch, so they're going to have to patch it again. So, gameplay, mission design, not a problem. I mean, a lot of it is sort of stand in a circle and defend the area, normal missions. Minor quirk, to actually find where you're going for your next main mission, it's not as straightforward. On a lot of games you've got a big marker saying, this is main mission, go here, do this, and it follows on through the story. This game doesn't currently have that. You've got like a codex system, so you tab across from your map, and you will go into it and sort of, you'll have to track the specific mission. So it's very easy to get mixed up with little side missions and stuff and thinking you're doing a major mission when really you're not. Such as there's a lot of conversations in Fort Terrace that you can have, and they sometimes lead on to bits and bobs to do, but they are sidetracking you, like I say. The main story on this game lasts around 15 hours depending on your play style and level of difficulty. So you've got about 15 hour story there. I do know quite a lot of people that burned through it in sort of 1.5 days, and who are already on end game level stuff and basically farming loot. There's a couple of problems with farming loot that I found. One, there is currently no waypoint on the map. There is no marker. Okay, so if you're in a team of randoms, you don't know where you're going, you'll split up and do your own thing. If you could put a waypoint down, it'd be handy. Apparently the company that's making this, BioWare, have tried to use the same waypoint system that Titanfall 2 used, and that was very good, but it didn't work on this particular sort of build, so they're doing their own thing. So it looks like it's still coming, which would be a good thing. Okay, it's an ongoing game, so it's going to have a long life, hopefully, and hopefully they're going to improve a lot of things on it. Now, as for Endgame Content, and I mentioned that earlier on, after you've done the main story and you've gone through all the different javelins that are available and tried them all out to your own taste, you have Strongholds. There's currently 3, one of them was in the beta. Now, Strongholds are not like Destiny raids, okay? Destiny raids require communication, they require you to figure out puzzles and stuff. Strongholds, a bit of communication would help. I mean, there is a little bit of figuring out symbols on walls and stuff like that. Maybe somebody being told to do defence from far while others go in and flank or attack. That would be handy. But you can get through it with randoms not talking to each other pretty well. So, you know, you're not going to need a big team of friends for that with comms. However, a big team of friends does come into the alliance system, because the more friends you've got playing the game, the more coin you get at the end of each week. Very important. So choose your format of what you play this on with where your most friends are. Simple as that. If you're a multi-platform user, go with where your mates are, because you're going to get more rewards from it. Coin is essential in this game. So you may have the all singing all dancing PC that's cost you an arm and a leg, but if you've got no friends on there, no, don't do it. Go with the other version. Go with the console, whatever choice your mates are on. Let's face it, there was a few flaws in this before it even got off the ground. One of them being EA's fault. They did this. It's like a graph, if you like, a chart telling you when your version of the game can be played. Now that to me is completely bizarre. You just want a release date, and maybe if you pre-order it you get some sort of little bonus, I don't know. But having the game out for a week on PC for people that have paid £15 extra is ridiculous before anybody plays it on PlayStation, because obviously some people have already completed it at that point and spoilers are out there. So this chart tells you when you can play it. Overcomplicated, too much. You should not need a chart to know when the game releases. End of. EA, drop that straight away. It's pointless. Don't do it again. However, they didn't learn the lesson from Battlefield, because that did exactly the same thing. This has got to stop. It is beyond stupid. Although you sort of need Fort Terrace for the main story, it'll come pretty much redundant after that when you're on endgame type stuff. The hangar that you see here got added very late in development. It's because a lot of people said, hey, we want a social space like Destiny, and you got exactly that. This hub has everything in it you are going to need and is very handy. Thank God they added it. You finish your mission after another loading screen and you get to this bit, which tells you your alliance bonus and your score and all the rest of it. It's sort of nice, but again it takes you out of the game. This could be done in game at the end without a loading screen. Let's face it, some parts of this game are skippable, and you will probably skip most of them, such as the conversations in Fort Terrace. Some of them are useful and you will pick up missions, side quests, etc. And some of them aren't useful, such as talking to some of the random strangers. I know I pressed skip an awful lot and just went all the way through until I could get onto the next bit of flying around and fighting stuff. So yeah, there's a lot that could be missed out. I mean, everybody in other games such as Division, Destiny, like I keep referring back to, or Warframe, you do need to talk to. In this, some people, they just seem there for the sake of being there. Particularly the guy who just walked past, for example, in that corridor. Why is he there? What purpose does he serve? I've personally found no reason for him to be there yet. He's just quite annoying. Now, I touched on the alliance system earlier on. The alliance system is relying very heavily on your friends. Now, if you've got a lot of friends, you're going to see a lot of names on this list, and you're going to get a lot of coin at the end of the week, contributions. So the more people that are playing it on your friends list, the more money you get. Money and currency in this type of game is very important. So that's why I'm stressing to you to, rather than buy the best version of it, if you're a multi-platform owner, actually buy the version where your friends are. I mean, I'm playing this on Xbox because I've got a lot of people on there that are playing it. I'm also playing it on Origin because I wanted to use it for a review basis, a bit like the PlayStation. I've got a PlayStation version as well that I'm using, but my main one will be Xbox because that's where all my friends are. That's where I'm going to get the most coin from. Bringing us on to the next bit, customization. This is the game's strongest point in my opinion, not the graphics, not the gameplay, customization. There is a wealth of stuff you can do with your character, whether it be free upgrades, such as D-cells that you're looking at right now, or purchased ones that you can use with in-game currency, or you can buy shards. There's like a purple marker at the bottom there saying shards. I've got 0. I haven't bought any. There you go. You can buy shard packs. In fact, you can actually buy whole customization packs, but you can use in-game currency as well, which you can see at the bottom there. Now, the customization options without buying anything are fantastic. The colour schemes are very good. You can change individual weapons, you can change individual limbs, you can actually buy upgraded legs and arms and all the rest of it. And yes, of course, your microtransactions are there. There's your sort of prices you're looking at. This will be the same across the board, so $7.99 is your normal price. That will be on PlayStation, Xbox, and of course PC here. If you're an EA Access or Origin Access member, you will get 10% off the purchase price of the shards. However, with the way it's a loot game, you don't even want to be looking at this until really endgame, because you're going to, unlock a load of rewards and free stuff. So, play the game first. Don't go spending money straight away to get your badass character. Just wait. You can make a badass character for free. You can make some really nice looking ones. Take your time over it. In fact, I think I spent as much time creating the character and faffing around with the colour options and custom colour palettes as I did actually fighting anything, playing anything. So it's a big part of it, and I'm sure as time goes on they will add to that even further with greater vinyl stuff, gun modifications, colour schemes. There's all sorts. I mean, some of the stuff for the Colossus is fantastic. If you replace the chest piece, for example, and the head, he looks completely different. But yeah, spend some time doing this. Spend some time making the character your own character, if you like. So you stand out from all the crowd when you're standing there on the ledge ready to go off into mission. You will look very, very unique. And so that pretty much brings me on to what I think of the game overall. Like I say, logged about 25 hours overall, played pretty much all the different bits and bobs that you can do with it. What do I think? Well, it's £60. There's a lot of versions available, a lot of release dates, a lot of controversy about it. It has its faults. The faults are well known at this time. Stuttering on certain systems, foot terrace can stutter quite badly on all systems. Currently HDR on the Xbox One version is broken. The update that they've just done on the 21st of this month has broken HDR on that. They're going to have to patch it again. You'll see what I mean when you load it. It just looks washed out and horrible. PC version, even high-end users are reporting stuttering in the high-end version. Myself, I've not really come across this, but you know, it's across the board. It is a problem. Disconnects, server problems. Yeah, but a lot of those, they are a major issue. They need to get that sorted. It's an online game. You can only play it online. The online needs to work nearly perfectly, let's face it. It needs to be fixed very, very quickly. The map marker needs added. Custom destination waypoint, that's got to be done, in my opinion, a very big one. Maybe sort out, if you're still playing the story, you know, where your next bit of story is, so it's very easy to just get there quickly rather than having to fumble through the codex to find it. And one other minor thing, them loading screens have got to go, get rid of the loading screens. So based on all of that, and the fact that obviously the game's got good stuff, it's got good graphics, good sound, you feel like you are doing the job when you're playing it. You know, the guns feel meaty, customisation's fantastic. But there is Destiny, there is Division 1, there is Division 2 due out, there is Warframe. This game is a 6 out of 10 for me, as it releases right now. Main reason? Loading screens, crashes, stupid chart needed to figure out when it's actually releasing and when you can play it. It's not on. If you've paid £80 for the premium version, you've got to wait a week longer than everybody else. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. 6 out of 10, guys. I went into it hoping this was going to be a 9 out of 10. It's really up my street, really my type of game. I will continue playing it, yes, absolutely, but it will have to get better. It is not Destiny 2 class. It's not Destiny 1 class. It's not Division class. And all those had problems when they launched as well, and they ended up pretty good. Let's hope this goes the same way, because it's definitely got promise. My opinion at the moment, if you're in a rush, yeah, go and get it day one, fair enough, but either wait for a sale or wait for patches. And that rounds up this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.